Here's a simple way to make a block letter C. So I'm starting out with a yellow marker and I'm making a letter C, capital C, big and bold. And then I'm taking a black Sharpie flip chart marker and tracing around the edges of the C. So the outside, the inside, and then on the ends of the lines that form the C, I'm just using a straight line to connect them. Now I'm going back and I'm turning that smooth curve into a wavy line, and I'm doing that on the outside of each side of the C, not the inside of the letter. This one I'm doing on the outside of the letter. Later on I'll show you the inside of the letter. It's just a variation, but for this one I'm sticking to the outside, and all I did is I just drew a wavy line around the outer edge, and then I'm going back and I'm coloring in any shapes that were formed in between that wavy line and the letter C. The edge of the C, I'm coloring those in so that it's a nice, strong, solid, wavy line. And it looks like I drew that originally. And you can, even if you like the look of it as being more open and kind of almost a lacy kind of look, it looks like lace. Sometimes that may work. Generally, it's best to color those in so it's nice and solid, because when you're doing this type of lettering, usually your goal is for people to be able to read it from a distance. And a general rule of thumb to follow is that the darker and the bolder the letter is, the easier it will be for people to read from a distance. The other thing to keep in mind is when you are creating letters for people to read at a distance, you do need to leave a little bit more space in between the letters, especially if you are making the edges of the letters bolder, putting more ink there, thicker lines, and like this one. So when I get done, usually I color the letter in solid. So this one I used a yellow marker. I would color it in a solid yellow, but you don't have to. You really can't see the yellow marker from a distance. So that's completely up to you as to what you want to do with that. If you don't want anything inside, people are going to be looking at it a little bit more close up. You can use a pencil and then erase it, or I've been doing this a while, so I don't use anything. I just freehand it. So whatever you're comfortable with. But that is a simple way for you to create a block letter C. You can leave the edges just straight and basic if you want, or you can go back and make them wavy. That's a nice, simple, quick way to make your letters stand out a little bit more from a distance, make them big and bold, or maybe you just want to do the first letter of something. So this is a great way to do that. So there you go with a letter C.